I want to go across to Ashutosh Mishra and Shekhar Iyer. One by one, sir. Mr. Giri, just 1 second, please. Only Ashutosh Mishra. Ashutosh Mishra, I want to understand from you. Do you think it would be sufficient for Tejashwi Yadav, for example, to become the face of so-called change and say, I'm going to just suddenly change the landscape of quote-unquote unemployment in Bihar? Nobody is denying that Bihar has a problem. And certainly in 20 years under Nitish, all problems have not been solved. But does that make the public assured that if the RJD was going to come back to power, it is not going to be taken over by all the elements that used to be there in Jungle Raj?
No, as far as Jungle Raj is concerned, let's remind the viewers of what R.K. Singh, who is a former minister of BJP, has said about Samrat Chaudhary and the problem that exists in JDU, which you have very well pointed out. The thing here is that when Narendra Modi and BJP have to keep referring to Jungle Raj, it shows that they are uncomfortable, they are unsure whether they have delivered what they had promised. And to say that Tejaswi cannot do better than Lalu would be unfair, because every generation carries as a son, he will carry the sin of his father. But he has a new vision. So you cannot keep comparing it with what Lalu Yadav did.
No, but you're right on that. But even when Tejashwi was a minister, he had graft cases against him.
No, the thing is that graft cases today are a political tool. The agencies have been weaponized. As soon as the same people join, Ajit Pawar, and I can give you so many examples. When they join NDA, those graft cases go. Otherwise, the chief Fadnavis will say that he will be Chakki piece, Ajit Pawar will be Chakki piece. So, graft cases today are more of a political tool used by the Modi government to throw mud on their opponents and dust in the eye of the people. But it is very, why I keep insisting that it is very clear that Modi and BJP are uncomfortable and they are unsure. Because last time also it was a very close race between RJD, Tejaswi Yadav and Modi, because basically Modi is the brand name which used to click. Now BJP is not sure. You were talking about 2024 elections. In 2024 elections, the INDIA alliance did better than they had done in 2019, and Modi's brand value has gone down drastically across India. So that is what is rattling, and that's why they keep talking about. Let's give you another simple example. They keep Amit Shah keeps talking about Ghuspaitiya. But when the CEC was asked how many Ghuspaitiyas were caught in SIR, he didn't have an answer to that. Similarly, in this SIR itself, a lot of women have been disenfranchised, and it is the women that supposedly had helped Nitish gain power. And it is these women that people.
But why would they cut women vote if it's women that support Nitish Kumar?
So no, I'm not saying that if you see it from the outside, SIR has been questioned whether it's being done well.
Yeah, but interestingly, legally there are no appeals.
Nitish Kumar is good for BJP.
No, but legally there are no appeals on the role that the EC published after SIR. On top of that, Tejashwi is not talking about SIR. Tejashwi is not talking about vote chori. He has completely abandoned that Congress plan. I think the Congress also should be aware or mindful of the fact that their own ally is not picking that issue, because clearly he doesn't feel he can win on that issue.
No, because the thing is, because SIR is still, SIR in Bihar is still with the Supreme Court, and they know that no ruling will come before the elections. So that's why.
In any case, that legal case is not going anywhere. There are no appeals on ground. There seems to be zero impact of SIR, but we'll leave that. Shekhar Iyer, do you?
So we were talking about what they have delivered. Just yesterday, another of these bridges have fallen in Bihar. So to say that the double engine has delivered everywhere and there is no corruption and nothing is wrong and all is well is a false projection of the facts on the ground.
Okay.
People are aware of that. Now, during the model, when the model code of conduct is already enforced, the Mukhyamantri giving 10,000 rupees to 10 lakh people and Nadda saying that if we get elected, you will get another 2 lakh under the Rozgar Yojana, which has not to be returned. It's unfair and it's like trying to bribe voters. would if a man was giving cash on ground and giving alcohol on ground, the election commission would have grabbed it. I mean, I think from the reports, around 100 crore of worth of cash and alcohol have already been caught. So this is one sort of corruption which should be decried. It's an official mode of paying voters. And also the prohibition.
I'm not sure if a scheme can be equated to bribing voters, and there's a large difference between a candidate dishing out cash on ground or alcohol versus a government scheme. First of all, there is no account of that cash that candidate has. It could all be black money, right? So let's not equate the two.
It's what? Let's not equate the two. It's our money, the taxpayers' money that is being used to attract votes. What is it? I mean, it's just the same thing. You are trying
by that logic,
that I will pay you. That's
exactly
what
Ashutosh ji, Congress is the same party that has at one time talked about universal basic income. Right? It talked about it in its manifesto, I think in 2019. Universal basic income. So were they trying to buy? Were they trying to buy the public's vote? By promising that for nothing, not even for a targeted delivery, you will get money in your account every month for everybody who's unemployed? Was that buying votes?
So, what I am saying here is that the model code of conduct is already, that was a promise on which people
on the model code of conduct, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. But let's not make insane arguments like a government scheme is equal to somebody bribing their voters on ground. First of all, that money can easily be black money. All of these candidates who are able to do this, there's no account of their assets or their wealth. In fact, that is the bigger problem in